Everybody, I am live. It's not very often I come live on TikTok. Well, sometimes I don't have the Wi-Fi working. I don't have the. I am explaining it, then do it after I'm done. All right. So it's the stupidest thing, but sometimes we have to come to a certain point to realize that those are the little things that we needed to do in order to move on, heal, or go to the next chapter, or whatever. So, in the past, I've had so many professions, so many odd jobs, so many gig jobs, so many actual careers, and so many training of all type, home, physical, short training, short certification, diploma type of training, government type training, work training, all type training that actually give you either skill or certification or something, or experience, knowledge, whatever. And some accredited, some not. So anyway, the thing is that over the years we focus on sometimes the wrong thing, and we try all these jobs, all these career, and sometimes this is why you see people at 50 and 60 show up in life and change the hey girl, nice to
Hey.
so cool. um yeah, this is what happened. Like, why you get somebody who's a lawyer and suddenly they doing something drastically different. And a lot of people like to do that, their career choice, what they want to do in life. So the thing actually worked for me is that I started to try to remember from day one, from my very, very first job. So that's what I want you to do, to starting, go back in memory lane and write down your very first job that you ever had. No exception, but the jobs that you only had for one day, you can eliminate those. As long as they pass the day, you can keep them. So you're gonna write down from day one to as long as you can remember. So that can take time, because while you're doing it, you're gonna realize that maybe some other thoughts are gonna pop up. You're gonna remember jobs and you have forgotten completely. And those are the jobs that we try to bring back, so they can, either because you had a suppressed moment, suppressed memory, something happened and you blocked it out, um, and that's why you don't remember it, or maybe you don't even, you didn't think it counts or it matter, but you actually acquire skills and you now never even used again, or you don't even know you have. So this is why, and as we grow older, we do so many things and we tend to forget. So if you like me, you've done a lot of training, a lot of different jobs. That's why it will be really good, and it can be uh, it's so confusing, so mixed up in your brain, and if you went through, substance abuse, all this, that sometimes it's not clear enough for you to remember time period, where it was, what type of work of. Just put yourself back there. That's all I'm asking you, is then you go back in each of those jobs and you try to remember one good moment, one learning skills that helped, or something that you just remember about it. So that's the first step. So let me see if I can start all this. So number one, we're going to list all our jobs from number one. So if you take your time, you don't try to rush it, you're gonna see that, like I said, a lot of new ones that you forgot about are gonna come back to you. So number two, we're gonna write down one memory of that job in particular. So let's say you write down your list and you got about 30.
first concentrate on that list. I want you to go back to your list to make sure, first try to make sure it's in order. So you're going to try to put the year. It doesn't have to be months or anything. It doesn't have to be length of time you work there. I just want you to write down the year. Because as you go back to make sure everything's correct, you might realize, oh, this was the wrong year. So another thing is that it's like you're cleaning up the poor memory, bad memory that you have, and you kind of like restructure everything in the actual way that it went. So if we have like blister in our brain and everything just kind of went haywire, then we might not remember the things that they actually went. Okay, and so a lot of people, they misplace paperwork, they forget what type of training we in, they don't even remember. I remember when I was drinking a lot and trying to get sober. Oh my god, I had pile and pile of documents and old books and folder, when we didn't have everything online, and I could not remember the name of the school online. I could not find my old transcript. I could not remember the year. I mean, it was just hard to put everything back together because I had so much, and I had been dismissed for so long. Like, people tell you, oh, you don't have that skill, or you didn't do that, you didn't do that. So you're starting to believe it, and then you start forgetting that you actually did a lot more than you think you did. So remember, number one, so you're going to comment once you have your list done. I want you to comment. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go through everybody came here. So sorry, the light is bad, my room is really small here, but number one, you're going to list all of your jobs from memory lane. So go back to your very, very first job. And number two, you're going to go back to that list and you're going to try to put the year next to each of them. Then you're going to write a memory next to each of them. That memory is going to allow you to re-establish that moment in your mind. So moment that you have forgot, maybe some people that you have forgotten and you could have reached out to, maybe it was a good or bad memory. It will just, overall, it will help you to just help you to recover some of those suppressed moments, suppressed memory. So after that, what you're going to do is you're going to review everything. And as you try to review, you're going to see that new things can come up, as I said. So number three, we're going to review. And when you do that, I want you to take your time in doing your review, because it's important that you actually, give a little bit time to go back to the memory to make sure that's actually real memory. Remember, we're confusing imagination with memory or read things once in a while, and you have not a clear mind, or maybe some memory lapse, or maybe you have like substance abuse problem from the past. So you might have adopted memories that weren't really as you remember them. So this is like a brain cleanup, for the past memories, where you're going to review everything. So then you're going to start off with a new page. Once you have your list, we're going to say you got 30 jobs, let's say. I'll try to find a clean page here. For me, it probably would be about 50, maybe 60. I don't have any page anymore. Okay, so let's say you have 30. So you have 30 jobs. You're going to write down the memory from them. One memory, just one. And then you're going to review. So take this review time to try to get a mental, visual, clear picture of this review moments. Okay, then thanks for everybody stop by. I can't really see in and out. I see only a few people. Whoever's there, thanks, welcome. Anyway, so if you're coming to replay, just mention that you watched and you're trying to do the exercise. And don't worry about the blur. I hope you can hear me at least. And just I might just write down in comments the explanation better so you can do it. After, you're gonna see that all those new skills that you just realize you have, you just forgotten. So that's what happened. You forgotten. You had all these skills, so therefore you didn't think you could do certain things. So now you uncover those skills you had within you. They're just buried underneath your subconscious. So now you can re-explore those areas, and it's a great exercise, a mental exercise. It's we're not trying to overcome traumas here. We're just trying to remember things that we have forgotten from the past, remember skills that we have forgotten, remember good moments, and remember good places. And at the same time you're doing that, you're remembering jobs and you have completely forgot you had. And it's also a fun thing for elderly or people who are lonely or anybody who's completely forgot about those jobs that make them happy, or just brought them an excitement, or they just don't share it. They don't have anybody to share. They don't have a chance or opportunity to talk about it. So the first thing to do is write it down, remember it, and then once you have it down, comment here so everybody can see it. Go share it with anybody you know. Go put it, just be proud of it, because if you hold on too much of things that we buried and we wish we could express, or maybe we buried because we had nobody to express to, then they just bundle up, they just get buried deeper and deeper, and they never see the light. And if they don't see the light, what happens is that we dismiss them as they never happened. That everybody say you have to record everything in order to so social media work and say that it happened. Yeah, that's only true in social media world, but it happened even if you didn't record it, right? So take that into consideration, okay? That you're just doing a mental cleanup, and you're gonna allow yourself to clean up, like reorganize those past memory, reorganize those jobs, those skills that you have. Once you're done with this, just have fun. You just have fun adding new memories, like trying to remember some of the best ones. You can play things like, okay, I remember this was really cool. Oh, I'm gonna reach out to these people. I actually miss doing that. So a lot of things are gonna come up after that. And so for me, when I did it a few times, what I like the most, I would say, about it is that I discovered a lot of new skills that I had not used, and I had learned so many times over time, but I had not used because I forgot over different types.
Because I overwhelm myself by trying to learn too fast.
Quickly, I allow myself to forget. A lot of those things happen, and I went into different paths. So this is what happened to me, and then I was able to realize how much training I actually had, and how many of those I counted in or discounted because some people have told me, oh, this one doesn't matter, or this is not accredited, or this is not a degree, therefore it doesn't matter, all of these things, or because some job interview manager will just dismiss you, or because some you're trying to enter a new school or something and they just dismiss your training as something important. So this
Hey, what's cool, but I was just about terminating this, but I'm really glad you're here. This is going to be on my YouTube channel, Super Canon Freddy, as well. and I have a lot of podcast episodes anyway. So once you cover all this, you're gonna see that if you did do those training, if you did do those jobs, and you have all these skills, that maybe
What is it? Get it.
uh, certain hey there to certain skills or knowledge or jobs that you had, and then just stop forgetting them, and be proud of exposing them, that they matters and it happened. So yeah, it's a great mental exercise. So uh, remember, we're going to do a quick review. You're going to list all your jobs, your entire life, from the very beginning. For number one jobs, you're going to write one memory next to each of them, one good memory. And then you're going to review, and you're going to put the URL next to each of them. And you're going to review everything. And then you can
Said there was not.
the places, all this, the training. And then you're going to list down the skills that you have because of those jobs. And then you can play around with remembering more and more about.
And completely forgot. Thanks. Sorry, I just needed to finish this. So thanks for coming on, and I am done here. And yeah, keep on visiting the channel. Send me a thing so I can follow you and watch your lives. Alright, girls and boys, and have a wonderful day. I'm terminating this now.